we are the same as that tween adolescent girl in her first rush of amour, her first mad crush. I remember my first crush when I was 7 or 8 years old. I hadn't been brainwashed yet to think, oh, boys aren't supposed to have these experiences, and if you do, you got to stifle it quick because that's not a very macho thing. When we see these silly girls in their little huddle with their friends in the hallway at school or wherever, sharing their crushes on whatever rock star or the teacher in science class or the boy 2 years older than them, whoever their crush is about, we see them all giggly and silly. We say, that's not a guy thing. So that's why we're not using boys that age as our model, and why we're focusing on the tween rather than even a girl a few years older, because we see that these precious few years where their heart is tender and open to that gushing amour waterfall, it soon gets flushed out of them, and amour gets lost in this culture from the media and from their peers and everything, the rock stars or whatever, and all the sexual trappings. So they start getting brainwashed by that and getting diverted from amour, from that beautiful, innocent, tender amour. And they get brainwashed with this conformity and become little consumers and having all the little brand name apparel and all the latest status stuff that they can show off to their friends so that they will be accepted by their little conformist peer group. All the status. So only for a very precious few years does this tween serve our purposes, can model for us what our own eternal inner tween has available to us always. Namely, that openness, that pliancy, that stretchability to receive the gushing waterfall of amour. She also lives in this fairy tale fantasy land, which is our shaman world, where anything is possible. That's part of what I'm calling tween spirit. And as we know as shamans, with that Holy Spirit amour union, that fervor, that passion, that fuel, that's how we manifest miraculous wonders, shatter those limits of what the community says is possible.